So if you will turn to page 22 in your language book, you'll see a list of helping verbs that actually combine what we were doing in the opening. Because we learned, find the page, okay? Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, and then also have, has, had, do, does, did, shall, will, should, would, may, might, must, can, could. So those are all helping verbs. So remember the other day we were talking about some verbs that in a sentence, in order for them to be proper, they have to have a helping verb along with them. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And we're going to use these helping verbs. Some of these helping verbs, well, never mind. I won't say that. So a helping verb helps the main verb show the action. So it's a help verb. The helping verb and the main verb together are called a verb phrase. So if the directions were to say underline the verb phrase, that means it's going to be more than one word in your verb. It's going to have a helping verb and a main verb. The helping verb always comes before the main verb. You wouldn't say, so for instance, there's a sentence with no helping verb. The cat drank all its milk. Okay, that makes sense. But if we were going to say drunk, we can't say the cat drunk all its milk. It would be the cat has drunk all its milk. And you wouldn't say the cat drunk has all its milk. The helping verb comes before the main verb. The spelling of some irregular verbs changes when a helping verb is added. Okay, so like for instance, I ate pizza yesterday, but I will eat pizza tomorrow. So I added a helping verb, plus I had to change the verb, the tense, it's an irregular verb, so I needed to change the spelling of it. So what I'd like for us to do, first of all, is open your journal, which you should have out on your desk, and turn to a new page in your journal. Right. In the center of your page, in big letters, we're going to write helping verbs. You can do it however you want. You can just N is not good. I don't think how N goes. Oh yeah. Okay, so in the center of your page it should say helping verbs, and then all around I want you to, using the list on page 22 in your book, I want you to write the helping verbs all around, and you can just spread them all around. Am, is, are, or if you wrote helping verbs big enough, you could even write them inside. Am, is, are, was, were, be, been. Okay, so you're going to do it like that. You can write write them around the word or inside the word, however you did it. But there are 23 helping verbs in our chart. Okay, so go ahead and take a minute or so. Use the whole page up. So it's the two charts we were learning, and they just put them together. Yes.
I use like the chart. I didn't use one.
Okay, we didn't follow directions. I said in the center of the page, right? Helping verbs. Logan's looks good. All of them? Maybe 23 on all these. Are you singing the song while you write them?
No.
Once you get a song in your head, you can't get it out. There's some Bible verses that I know as a song, and whenever I read them in the Bible, I can't just read the verse. I have to sing it.
Yeah.
It's
me too.
weird. It won't leave my
I
head.
do it it won't leave my head first time I saw it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start working on our page. If you're not quite done writing these, you can write them as you have time. So, for Think A, we're going to draw a line between the subject and the predicate parts of each sentence. Underline the verb phrase in the predicate 2 times. And circle the helping verb. So, lots of directions. We need to make sure we're paying attention to the directions, okay? So, for number 1, who wants to do number 1? You might wear a jacket with a zipper to school. Autumn? Good. You is the subject, so you. Good. Might wear is the verb phrase.
And might is a helping verb.
Good. So underline the whole verb phrase and then circle the helping verb. So it should be just like this. Divide the subject and the predicate. All right, number 2. Jacob? Language, so we're on page 22 in language, okay? All right, I'm sorry, Jacob, what was it? Right, so after the second stop is the end of the subject. So the whole subject is a top stop and a bottom stop, and then what? Mm-hmm. Good. Will keep is the verb phrase, and will is the helping verb. Number 3. So, if we're learning a lot about zippers, which is kind of neat. So throughout the book, it's talking about who invented the zipper and parts of the zipper. You wouldn't think, you never really thought about it, but it's kind of interesting. Micah, will you do number 3, please? Sure.
Without the stops, the slider might slide right off the zipper. But the line after slider, underline slider, and then underline slide twice.
Okay. And what do we circle?
Might.
Yes. So might slide is our verb phrase and might is our helping verb. So the slider is the part you pull up and down. And then at the end you'll notice there's two little blocks almost at the end. So those are the stops. So if you didn't have a stop, come right off. Number 4. Brayden, do you want to do number 4? The handle of a zipper is called the tab. Okay.
And then underline is called voice.
Good.
Then circle is.
Very good. Is called is the verb phrase. Is the helping verb. All right, think B. Underline the correct verb in parentheses 2 times. The helping verb is underlined for you. And it says, see page 19 to check your answers, but we'll do it together. So number 1, Dad has went, gone to get some lumber. What would be the correct answer? Gone. Right, you would say has gone. We don't say has went. Now, if there was no helping verb, we could say Dad went to get some lumber. But since there's a helping verb, you have to use the word gone. Number 2, the wind had blown hard all night. Blown. So underline blown twice. Number 3, the gate of our fence has broken. Broken. Has broken. Number 4, Uncle Charles is helping Dad mend the fence. Helping. And number 5, we have watched them from the window. Watched. And then the last thing, remember C. Identify each sentence by writing deck, int, x, or imp in the blank. Use proofreader's marks to insert punctuation at the end of each sentence. So number 1, will you eat lunch with me? What kind of a sentence is that? Interrogative. So INT goes in the blank, and what kind of punctuation do we insert? Question mark. Alex, I appreciate you helping her, but tell you what, why don't you just go ahead and finish, and then she can look at our books later, okay? That way you don't both get behind. All right, so Jaina, just jump in where we are. We're on number 2 at the bottom. Marcus attends Liberty Chapel. Declarative. So write DEC in the blank, and what goes at the end? A period. Number 3, my poster won first prize.
Exclamatory.
Very good. EXC. And put a what at the end?
Exclamatory.
Exclamation point. And number 4, drink plenty of water when it is hot outside. Imperative. And what goes at the end? A period. Period or exclamation point depending on the imperative sentence. Very good. You may put that away.